Why are there people who genuinely enjoy staying at home? They don't like going out. They feel very uncomfortable in crowds. You invite them out for dinner, they say, "Let me see." You invite them to a bar, they say, "I'm a bit tired this week." You invite them to a birthday party, they reply, "I don't even know anyone there. Why would I go?" Society often looks at people like that and immediately thinks one thing: wow, this person is so boring. But psychology says something completely different. Those people are not avoiding life, they are simply managing their brain's energy in a different way. Every brain has what's called an optimal level of stimulation. Back in 1908, two American psychologists, Robert Yerkes and John Dodson, discovered that humans performed best when the brain is at a moderate level of stimulation. Not too bored, not too stressed. Right in between those two states is where the brain works most efficiently. The problem is this: everyone has a different optimal level of stimulation. Some people need loud music, friends around them, crowded bars, constant conversation. Those are extroverts. They are like a phone that only charges when it's plugged into a social outlet. Without people around, their battery drains quickly. But introverts are different. The brain of an introvert works in a slightly backwards way. Neuroscience research shows that they tend to have a higher baseline level of neural stimulation. In simple terms, imagine it like this: their brain already has the volume turned up fairly high, so when the environment adds things like music, multiple conversations, bright lights, many unfamiliar people, their brain feels like someone just turned on a giant external speaker. So what happens? They get overloaded. That's why many introverts go to a party for about 2 hours and then start looking at their watch. Not because they hate people, but because their brain is saying, "Okay, battery's empty, can we go home now?" For them, staying home is like a brain reset. Imagine the brain is a laptop. When you open too many tabs, email, chat, YouTube, Spotify, 15 Google tabs, the laptop starts heating up and slowing down. What's the only real solution? Restart. For introverts, staying home is that restart button. When they get home, there's less noise, fewer people, and less stimulation. Their brain finally sighs with relief. Finally some quiet. And suddenly, their thoughts become clearer, their energy comes back, their mood improves. That's not avoidance, that's the nervous system recovering. But here's the interesting part. Some studies show that introverts are often more sensitive to other people's emotions. Sounds a bit contradictory, right? The quiet ones understand people better. But it actually makes sense. Introverts tend to talk less, observe more, and think before they react, while the extrovert is saying, "Bro, where are we going next tonight?" The introvert is quietly noticing things during the party. That person looks a little uncomfortable. Someone else is forcing a smile. The conversation is starting to feel awkward. Their brain is constantly reading social signals through facial expressions, eye contact, and tone of voice, all the small details that many people simply overlook. But this ability also comes with a side effect. Because they process so many social signals, staying in crowded environments for too long makes them feel exhausted much faster. Imagine you're in a room with 10 people. An extrovert might simply think, "Cool, lots of people to talk to." But an introvert might be processing several different situations at once. That person seems a bit sad. Those two just had an argument. Someone over there is waiting for my response. That conversation feels tense. Their brain is like a system running 10 emotional data streams at the same time. So it's not surprising that when they finally get home, they think, "Oh my God, just give me a little quiet." And that's why they enjoy very simple pleasures. While modern culture constantly says, "Live life to the fullest, go out more, party harder," introverts often find joy in much smaller things. For example, a Friday night. And introverts might prefer watching a good movie, eating a warm bowl of soup, wrapping up in a blanket, and having no one disturb them. Sounds boring? Not at all. For them, that's paradise. And there is one more thing society often misunderstands. Introverts don't hate people. They just dislike shallow interaction.
Conversations like, "How have you been?" "Good." "Yeah." Small talk for them is like eating flavorless snacks. But when a conversation shifts toward real ideas, genuine emotions, or deeper questions, they can suddenly talk for hours. They don't need many conversations, they need meaningful ones. If you recognize yourself in these traits, turning down invitations without feeling guilty, feeling happy staying home alone, enjoying reading a book or rewatching a familiar movie, finding parties fun for about the first 90 minutes, then you're not strange at all. You're simply operating the way your brain was designed. Some people live on the energy of the outside world. Others live from the richness of their inner world. And sometimes that inner world is quieter, deeper, and far more interesting than what's happening in a crowded bar. So the next time someone tells you you should go out more, you can simply smile and think, "It's okay. I enjoy my personal space. My battery just happens to recharge in silence." I believe you are different from them, but you are also similar to many others. We are all searching for a space where we feel most comfortable. I'll always be here with you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can keep talking together. Go ahead and click. I'll be waiting for you.